Hello, my name is Chloe. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm bringing to you the 2 books, 1 stone tag. So I was tagged in this by Emily over at Emily Kathleen Reads. I will make sure I tag her, link her video down in the description for you. Yeah, she sent me a message saying I was tagged, so I thought why not jump on this pretty much straight away. Saying that, I don't think you're going to see this for about a month. My upload schedule has gone very weird, and there's a few things I want to put out, so this might be a little time coming, so apologies if it is, but let's just get into it rather than me talk. I've got to look down at my notes. They're not difficult questions, but there's a few of them. So the first one is the second to last book you read. So the last book I finished was The Duff by Cody Keplinger, which is already in my unhaul pile in the cupboard. The one I finished before that, the second to last one, was City of Lost Souls by Cassandra Clare. This was absolutely amazing. I've given this book 5 stars. I have read it before but don't remember it. So me and Brittany from the Neverending Reader are doing a buddy read of the whole of Cassandra Clare's works. So we got to City of Lost Souls this month in June. I feel like this video is going to be going up in July. But yeah, read this, absolutely loved it. Couldn't really fault it. So 5 stars for that one. The next question is the second book from the top of your TBR. So I'm including TBR as like the book I'm reading right now. The book I'm reading right this second is Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. I've got the dust jacket off, that's why it looks like this. So I'm reading that right now. So I guess the second one is The Boy Who Sneaks in My Bedroom Window by Kirsty Mosley. I'm hoping to get a decent chunk of the ways into this tonight. So yeah, that is my current TBR. Next is 2 2-star reads. So I've tried to go and like dig into my old ratings a little bit. The first one I have to talk about is Pretty Little Liars by Sarah Shepherd. This was not a good time. I absolutely love the Pretty Little Liars TV series, but the first book didn't really do anything for me. I read it on my Kindle. I thought it'd be a quick and easy read. It was definitely quick, but it wasn't easy. It was a challenge. Like I knew what was going to happen, but it was just a bit naff. I don't have nicer words. I'm sorry. Another one is People Like Us by Dana Mele. I couldn't tell you what this is about, and I think that's the main reason I gave it 2 stars. I know it's about a boarding school and there's a murder or just a suspicious death. That's it. So maybe I should even put this to 1 star because I have no clue what happened in this book. I think I'm going to try and talk about this in my Dark Academia podcast with Brittany this month. So maybe I'll have to research what happened, but as far as I'm aware, nothing happened. I can't remember anything. Next is 2 great books by the same author, and I had to go for my favourite author, which is Jen Bennett, and my 2 favourite books of hers are Starry Eyes and Alex Approximately. These are both absolutely amazing books. These copies are all tabbed. I had an amazing time reading them. So I've actually read Starry Eyes twice now. I read it in the end of last year. Oh no, I didn't. I read it in May 2019, and then I reread it and annotated it in March. This is about Zori and Lennon. It's a haters to lovers romance with some camping and some abandonment and really great time. Then Alex Approximately. This was actually a present from my boyfriend this year because I have to have these amazing US editions. So I also read this in March. Oh yeah, I did a Jen Bennett weekend readathon, which I can link for you. This is about, what's the main character's name? Bailey, that's it, Bailey, who meets somebody called Alex online and they get talking about movies, and then Bailey moves to Alex's town, but she's a bit scared to tell him she's done that. Like she doesn't want to meet him in a sense, and she gets close to a local guy called Porter, that's his name. Such a good time. I can't big up Jen Bennett enough. Like me and Brittany literally have a book club named after her, so love it. The next is 2 books you bailed on or wish you bailed on or just you hated. The first one I've gone for is The Wife Between Us by Greer Hendricks and Sarah Pekkanen. This is a domestic thriller and it was shockingly bad. Like Brittany told me not to read this and I still did. It was naff. No. I can't even tell you what it's about. It's a thriller. Just wouldn't recommend it. I do have their other book, An Anonymous Girl, on my Kindle, and I feel like I should get round to that to give it a choice. Words, what is wrong with me? I feel like I should get round to that to give it a chance. I maybe just didn't like the story of the first one, but didn't love it. The next one is The Seven Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle by Stuart Turton. So I was reading this for a book club, so couldn't put it down. I had to finish it. And this was 500 pages plus of stuff I didn't want to read. I was so disengaged from the story. I didn't care what happened. The big reveal didn't even faze me. I was like, oh, okay, obviously. Didn't have a good time with that one and don't really have more to say on it. I'm getting through this tag very, very quickly. Next is 2 favourite reads so far this year. These are contenders for like my top however many books I decide to do of 2020. The first one is The Flatshare by Beth Leary. This is about Tiffy and Leon, who not only share a flat but share a bed because of how expensive accommodation is in London, and I can definitely vouch for that. My copy's got slightly damaged, so I'm really, really sad, but my naked hardback is grey and rose gold and it makes me so happy. I don't really have more to say about this apart from the fact it's a adult romance and it's a very, very good time. The other one I've picked is Everything Everything by Nicola Yoon. I would definitely say if you've read The Sun Is Also a Star and you didn't really like it and that's why you won't pick up Everything Everything, just pick this up anyway. It is so much better. This is about, what's her name? Maddie, does say on the back. Maddie, who has a disease where she is allergic to everything. So she stays in like a airlocked house and it's very, very weird. And this guy turns up next door, Ollie, and he looks all cool. He's wearing a black t-shirt, black jeans, black sneakers, black knit cap. And she just starts falling for him and it's brilliant. Both those books are 5 stars without a question. Next is 2 new favourite booktubers. I've gone for Emily that tagged me in this video, so that's Emily at Emily Kathleen Reads. Obviously her channel will be linked in the description. She's just such a sweetheart, and by new favourite booktubers I've gone for people that I've found recently. So I've been chatting to Emily for a couple months now and I feel like she's doing really well. She's just got so much energy and that I don't. She makes me feel old. I'm not old at all, but I like watch the energy she attacks her videos with and it makes me feel tired. Like, she's a star. And then the other person I've gone for is Connor over at Connor's Library Corner. He is attacking booktube. Like, I don't think there's a day that goes by where he doesn't upload a new video. We've started doing buddy reads together. We read The Escape Room by Megan Goldin this month and he is just such a lovely person. He is just lovely, chatty guy, and I'm very glad to have been talking to both these new people. Next is a book you've read twice. I have a couple of books that I know I've read at least twice, but this is the first one I thought of that I know I've read exactly twice, and that is A Vampire Academy by Richelle Mead. On my last reread, I tabbed it up and love that noise. This is about Rose, who is a Dampier, which means she is a vampire protector. So the vampire species of this world are called, are they the Moroi? They're the Moroi. And the Dampiers have to protect the Moroi from the Strigoi, which are the Moroi that have gone bad. And yeah, this is about Rose, her best friend Lissa that she's protecting, and they had ran away. Why am I struggling? I don't know what's happened to me today. And they've been brought back to Vampire Academy after leaving, and they've been gone a while. They don't feel like they can quite adjust back into this world. And do you know what? It's such a good time. It's very cheesy. Got all of the tropes that you could want. But I have a very good time reading the series. I've been reading them all, so this month I am reading book number 4, which I've never read before, and I'm actually going to pick that up in the next couple of days. So I am very, very excited about that. Next is 2 fabulous quotes from books you've read recently. So the first one, I actually started a page in my journal for Falling for the Cowboy, which is a adult smutty romance about a cowboy called Colton. If you are unaware, my boyfriend is American and he's called Colton. He's definitely not a cowboy, but I've seen him in a cowboy hat and boots, so that's all I need. And there's this quote that I will read. I read it in the vlog where I read this book. But if you change the spelling of Colton, because they spell it slightly differently, and change Texas for Illinois, so he lives in Illinois and the character lives in Texas, this is an exact thought that I had like in our relationship. So reading this, I cried. So it's not long. The quote is, Colton is one of the good guys, and I have no doubt when I leave Texas, he'll find someone who's a much better fit for him and forget about me. But until then, I'm going to have to enjoy the time we have left and try to forget I'm leaving in 3 days. And when me and Cole sort of realised that something was going on, I had 3 days left in the country. So it just makes me happy. The other quote I've gone for is from Ninth House. This weirdly moved me. I don't know why. It's not a spoiler, we're not too far in. And it is a teacher saying to our main character, Alex, I think the lighting just changed quite a lot. She says, so once you have the money, once you can stop clinging to the rock and can climb atop it, what will you build there? When you stand upon the rock, what will you preach? And I just weirdly think it's quite deep. Like, I do a lot of things because I want to get like my accountancy qualification. That's what I do, by the way. I'm an accountant, if you're unaware, if this is your first video. And yeah, I feel like it just hit my life like a little bit, because yeah, I'm doing it for the money, but what am I going to do when I've done that? Like, what was the point? So yeah, I really liked that quote for whatever reason. Next is to tag 2 people. Well, tag people in a number divisible by 2. So I've gone for 2, it's easiest. I've gone for Emily from Noval Novels. She tags me in a lot of stuff, I'm tagging her back. So she's got another one to do from me. And the other person I've decided to tag is Rebecca from Rebecca Reads. Don't feel pressured to do this at all. I just thought it would be nice to see your answers to these questions. So that is enough of me nattering on. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any thoughts on anything I've said, please drop it down in the comments, because I'd really like to interact with you, especially when some of these are like my favourite books, so it would be nice to chat. But on that note, thank you very much for watching this video. I really do hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one.